It's 5 a.m. King Charles has just been crowned King of England, which is the most British thing I've ever said. So I've got a day off work. It's time to turn this garage into a workshop. This video is sponsored by Squares. I'm kidding, it's not sponsored by Squarespace. Maybe one day, but for now, this is my normal looking residential garage. It's, got some tools, a lot of mirrors for some reason, a lot of mirrors. We're renting this house, we don't own it, and there was quite a few bits and bobs in there from the previous tenant. I like that it's got a lot of space up here in the roof loft area. The eaves? I don't know what it's called. I'm thinking lumber, family stuff. This is all the power that I have. I'm going to attempt to build a furniture building workshop with only this old piece of yellow plastic and wire. I'm not an electrician, but I asked one and they said that it was, oh, hey little guy. They told me that it was enough power to run the tools that I want to run. So let's hope he's right. 2 power outlets. This is my lighting setup, 1 switch and 1 pendant light bulb. I found this handy dandy light fixture from Amazon, which has 8 of these LED panels, very bright, lights up the garage quite nicely when it's dark outside. Not the most flattering thing ever, but I'm not trying to win any beauty awards. Things I'm worried about, these garage doors are very, very thin. You can see the light poking through there at the bottom. I'm not too worried about getting cold little fingers, but I am worried about rusty tools in the winter when it's cold and damp, so we've got to wait and see. I'm planning on a little bench over here, a big table saw bench in the middle. That'll be the center of the workshop. And then I've just got some barbecue stuff I need to get out of the way. What do you think? Am I crazy? I reckon we can make this a wood shop. Okay, enough of the tidying. I think it's time. Who wants to talk about tools? So, men love tools. And what I've learned is that woodworkers really love tools. And I really love tools. I'm a man and I'm a wannabe woodworker, but I'm also a dad and a husband, and I don't have endless supplies of money. So the philosophy that I'm bringing to buying tools for this little exercise is cheap comes first, but I'm kind of operating under a cheap but. So cheap but precise enough, cheap but consistent enough, and cheap but flexible enough. These are the tools I've landed on at the start. It sent me back about £2,000, and I'm excited to share why I've done that. This right here is the tool that's going to make this whole thing possible. The DeWalt WE7485 8¼ inch table saw. This is the same as the one I had in America, and I had to get rid of it because American electrics don't work even if you convert the voltage up. The frequency in America is 50 Hertz and here is 60 Hertz, or the other way around maybe. So even if I converted the voltage, the motor would run 20% slower. So I've got to buy a British one. Let's open it up. like it's a bit embarrassing how excited I am. This the fence. The fence, honestly, is the real reason I bought this. It's got what's called a rack and pinion fence. So there's these kind of like gears on the bottom. You probably can't see. So you turn this little handle, and it slides out on the gears. And what that means is the back adjusts at exactly the same rate that the front does. You move it, it stays square. And I know that sounds easy, and like, why wouldn't they all be like that? Trust me. The first one I bought was $100, and my cuts were not square, and everything was terrible. We got a little push stick here. What else do we got? So we've got the angle adjustment here. I'm going to have to set all these little set 90 and set 45 up here. And here's that rack and pinion thing. You can probably see it now at the back. There you go. I think that's enough excitement for one night. I'm going to go to bed and we'll finish the rest tomorrow. Okay, it's the next morning. We've got the workbench up there, and we are going to break into the dust collector and the planer. I'm interested to see what these are like. So Lumberjack is made in Wolverhampton, or at least it's based in Wolverhampton. I'm sure it's made in China. But it seems like a lot of their models are sort of rip-offs of American models. What are you saying? Daddy's filming a video, so you got to be quiet? Yeah. Ah, you're a sweet kid. Don't worry, you don't have to be quiet. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of their tools are based on American specs and that sort of thing that I'm a bit more familiar with. So, I'll open it up and I'll let you know how it is. I've officially used the planer. It's great. Planer's really good, table saw's good. I've done my first few cuts. This was a manky old, really dusty piece of pine or something that was in the rented house in the garage when we arrived. And I put it to one side, squared it up, which I will show in a future video. It smells amazing in here. And that just about wraps things up for this episode of I'm an office worker, not a woodworker. Tune in next time to watch me attempt whatever this is. My goodness, this is not joinery. This is definitely not how it's supposed to be done. Oh, he's at it again with a chisel. It's embarrassing. And the track saw, will he cut off his toes? Will he not cut off his toes? This is going to be me building a table saw bench with a built-in in-feed, out-feed table. All joking aside, I think this thing's going to be the centerpiece of the workshop, and it's pretty much done now. I need to make a video about it, but it's looking good. And eventually I'm going to be able to actually start building furniture that people might want to buy, instead of attempting to construct things in a garage to underwhelm my wife and my children. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you're finding this as fun as I am. Woodworking is fun, and you know, YouTube can teach you an awful lot. I'm definitely not the channel to learn from. I have learnt from other people on YouTube, and if you are interested in giving it a go, I'm hoping that following along on this journey, what is he saying? What's this guy saying in this clip? I'm hoping that as you follow along, you might get a little bit inspired to get into the craft as well. So tune in next week, and there will be more coming.